Welcome to the 2023 Crate Racing USA Awards Banquet. First off, I'm going to ask everybody in here, not only our drivers, our crews, our families, give each other a round of applause for doing this 12 months out of the year. The families are just as important as the drivers and the teams because they allow everybody in here to do what they do week in and week out. So we're going to start by welcoming and thanking the folks that make this series and this Crate Racing USA go, and that's our sponsors. We are going to ask that the sponsors, once everything's said and done over at the side, we're going to ask the sponsor to go over there and get a picture in front of the banner, every sponsor that's here, and we'll get you a plaque. So once we go through the program, the sponsors at the end, you guys make sure you go over here. And everybody, as we call you up, the top 10 in every class, we'll go right over here. This is staging. So if you hear me call you to staging, that's where you're going, is over here. And then we'll come this way, come across. Each one in the top 10 and top 5 will get to speak. Then you'll go through, and you'll get a picture over here in front of the Crate Racing USA banner. So we want to say a big thank you to our sponsors. Newsom Raceway Parts, Raceway Chevrolet. Want to thank them for their partnership with Crate Racing USA through the years. Chevrolet Performance, Hoosier Racing Tires, VP Racing Fuels and Lubricants, Knowles Race Parts and Bodies, Cruise with the Champions, and Velocita by Melissa Markowitz. We want to thank them. So everybody in here, give them a round of applause for all that they do. We all know how the world is right now, so everything that they put in to help this racing series and whatever they do to help racing, we're appreciative of all of that. So at this time, we're going to ask Adam Stewart to come up for the State of the Series address and top 10 in Modified Sportsman. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and be heading over here and staging. We'll have you coming up right after Adam wraps up.
All right, we'll get this going. I won't talk very long. I'm not a fan of written speeches unless it's a driver's meeting, and most of you have heard enough of those to know what I'm going to say anyway, so we won't go through that. First off, thank you all for coming to the award ceremony tonight. We moved it back here to Pigeon Forge, and a little bit more to do in town than where we've had it in the past, so we're glad to see everybody come out. Hope everybody enjoyed some family time in town. Hope everybody has a safe trip back home, and some of our racetracks are here tonight. So Mr. Donald Parker came. We had a little promoters meeting yesterday for some of our racetracks, and the folks from Hattiesburg, North Alabama, Moulton Speedway. I know those folks are here, so we appreciate all of them coming. We appreciate all of you, all your support through the weekly racing series and season. Weekly racing is a tough deal. I like an idiot, I bought a racetrack too, and we know how tough that can be, so we appreciate your dedication. I know I heard Cody thank the families and all of that. It's all the families get together. It's a sacrifice because in the evening when the leaves need raked and all that good stuff, they're out working on a race car and getting ready to go racing. So it's a dedication from everybody, and so we appreciate that. We appreciate you supporting our racetracks. Without our racetracks, we don't have anywhere to go race. I tell everybody, without a racetrack, about the second lap around the light poles in the Walmart parking lot, they're going to shut us down. So we've got to take care of those racetracks, and we appreciate them. We appreciate you racers that go and do that, and, of course, our sponsors. Just a few things I'm going to highlight that we'll see going into 2024. We've already made an announcement about our touring series, and we've increased our point fund 101% this year. We're at a position as a business to try to help those racers that decide to go on the road and do that with us. That point fund's going to increase. It's going to be $15,000 to the winner this year. And then that 6th through 10th spot is where we really focused on. That's going to pay, I think it's $2,500 or so at the back. Our Rookie of the Year is going to get $4,000 this year on the touring series. We're going to pay the top 3. So we're trying to focus on helping those folks that do leave the house and go on the road and try to race with us and support those racetracks. We're fortunate. If you look at car count numbers across the country this year, our touring series is third in line, only behind Lucas Oil and World of Outlaws. Of all the other racing series, we have the largest car count average. We're very fortunate to have that. That's very important to our racetracks. Car counts bring fans. Fans want to see race cars, so that goes hand in hand in making sure that our racetracks are successful when they have our events. I enjoy going to racetracks and having events where they call me to ask for them, where I don't have to call them back to have races. And fortunately for us, about 80% of our schedule is repeat business every year. We're able to go back to the same racetracks because the shows are good for them. They're good for us and our racers. One thing you'll see coming up in the next couple of weeks, unfortunately, we just raced the Ice Bowl. We got the Banquet this week. We leave, probably going to have to leave Tuesday if it's going to snow like they say it's going to. We go to Volusia. We go to East Bay. So it may be a couple of weeks before you see some of this information come out, but we're also fixing to increase our weekly point funds as well. We're fixing to increase in all the classes. You're going to see that all through the top 10. It's just not going to be at the top. We're going to focus more. Of course, the top positions are going to see more as well, but 5th through 10th is a guy that is at the racetrack every week. He might not win every week, but he needs that extra money to make sure he's able to come back to the racetrack every week. So we're going to take and structure some of that money from the 5th through 10th spots. If you're willing to go to the racetrack every week, support the racetracks, we want to make sure you're getting some of that money. We're going to invest into our weekly racing series. We're also going to change the point structure a little bit. We all know, I mean, like I say, we own a racetrack as well, and we're going to scale back some of our races. It's tough to race every week. We race too long. I hate to admit that as a guy that owns a racetrack that races in January. But I think our race season is a little long, and so we're going to take and expand our point season where all of your races will be able to count. You don't have to race every week through the summer because a lot of racetracks are scheduling 12 to 14 races, 16 races. It's hard to get your points and compete. So we're trying to make it where every racetrack is on the same playing field that the others are. That's just trying to make it as fair as we can without giving anybody an unfair advantage. Another thing you'll see us start to do as well is social media coverage and coming to your racetracks. Unfortunately, our tech guy, Richie Griffin, he has COVID and flu type A, so he was not able to be here this weekend, but because I'd like to be able to show him. But you'll see him, Edmund Marsh, who's very important to us as well, Chance Smith. You'll see some of those folks. We're not on the road. You're going to see a little more presence at our weekly racetracks. I know that's something that we have not done as much as I would like to do, so we've scheduled a lot of gaps in our touring schedule where there's no excuse for us not to be at your weekly racetrack. We need to support those weekly racetracks and the weekly racers and let them know that everybody's playing on the same field as you are, and that's something we're going to do. Another thing I do want to say before I get done is my staff, there's not a whole lot of us, and if they put up with me, I dang sure don't pay them enough, I can tell you. But I got Chance Smith, Edmund Marsh, Buddy Tucker, Ethan Waters. I'm trying to see who I'm missing. Of course, Richie, who's not here. Where's Brandy? I don't want Brandy mad at me. Good gosh. Brandy Jenkins, Brandy runs the pits. If y'all don't know that, just ask her. So Brandy's always good. She's a smiling face, and as long as she's smiling, you're all right. If she's not, I'm not helping you. Then, of course, Kristen Harper has come to work for us in the office. Kristen's very important to us. She's going to help take some of that stuff. Brian and Carolyn McLeod. Brian will be doing photos. Cody's got a busy schedule. He does a lot of super late model stuff. In my opinion, probably one of the better announcers we have in the business right now, and we're fortunate to have him do a lot of our touring events. So we're hoping to get him involved more. And then, of course, my girlfriend Jennifer, who has to put up with me and all my ins and outs and goings. So she's a full-time employee. She just don't get paid for it. So, of course, I appreciate all those folks. Ray and Chris that doing the sound. They help us out on the series side and the racetrack side. When we went and ventured out into the racetrack business as well, all these people got another job. They just didn't realize it. So they've definitely been hands-on with all that as well. Going into 2024, our biggest news is going to come out. I know there's been an announcement made. And coming this next week, you'll see some new logos coming out, all these trophies. The folks at Newsom Raceway Parts have been very good to us, and they decided to go a different direction in 2024. So we were able to go visit the folks at Rogers Dabbs Chevrolet in Brandon, Mississippi. They'll be coming on as our title sponsor. Rogers Dabbs is they're very dedicated to the racer. They have the racer in mind. Actually, they called me today. They're going to get into trying to sell other parts as well, and their whole purpose was they want to become a dealer in a lot of these things to help save the racer money. Currently, I believe their engine sales, they're somewhere between $400 and $500 cheaper than about anywhere else I've called to get some. So they remind me of our way back when that everybody still calls us Neesmith Racing. So that's sort of the same mindset that those folks had years ago, and I'm glad to see that we've got a title sponsor that wants to help the racer and help us get into those racetracks. They're going to go visit racetracks this summer. You're going to see those folks. They're going to get out and beat the pavement. So we're excited about that relationship with them. You'll see new stickers. I know a lot of you are buying memberships and that kind of thing. We're going to work on that. I'm just getting new logos done this week. They'll all be sent out. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot. I want to hold you up. I appreciate all of you coming. If you have any questions or concerns, call me. I know I'm hard to get. Text me. Leave a message. I'll promise I'll try to get back to you. Send an email. We try to check those every evening and get caught up. But I appreciate your support, and also all my staff. If you have questions, those folks are very approachable. That's what we try to be. We try to make this fun. So if you have any questions or concerns about what's going on in your local racetrack, on the national tour, or anything, we try to be an open book about everything. So we appreciate everybody's support. We'll get going and get these top 10 recognized. So thank you all for coming tonight.
Once again, top 10 in Crate Racing USA Modified Sportsman. Get you folks over here into staging, get you set up. First award of the night, I'm not going to let Adam go too far. We have the Crate Racing USA Promoter of the Year. This is a very big award for this series. Promoters right now, you guys have one of the hardest jobs there is right now. And for the promoters that stick with it and work hard at it and put the racetracks and the fans first, you guys, you see it at your tracks. It makes a difference. So our Crate Racing USA Promoter of the Year, Jerry and Mitzi Russell, owner of Camden Speedway. Now, they're not with us, but you guys give them a round of applause for that award. We're going to let Adam come up and say just a little bit about the Promoter of the Year award.
So our Promoter of the Year award is something that our racetracks have to send in paperwork. They have to keep up with. We went to My Race Pass this year, which was a big adjustment for a lot of racetracks. I know that internet coverage is bad. I just got internet coverage at our racetracks. I know how difficult it is to keep up with all the things that are required to go in. Jerry and Mitzi are probably some of the most dedicated and regular people at Camden Speedway. Every week you can guarantee they're going to have their email into you on Monday. They're going to have their paperwork into you and their check before the end of the week. What makes that a little different this year, Mitzi had double lung transplant, and she was not able to go to the racetrack and is likely not going to be able to go this year, and they never missed a beat. She made sure that they brought all the paperwork, got everything done at the racetrack, sent their emails every Monday, even through her transplant and hospital stays and all that stuff. So I couldn't think of anybody more fitting for that, to be able to honor them and sticking through with what we do and supporting us every year, and also the battles they face. So I just wanted to speak on their behalf. I know Jerry's been with her trying to make sure that she's recovering. I think she had a short hospital stay again just a couple of weeks ago, so they're not able to get out and travel much right now. But we surely appreciate all of our promoters, but I felt like that award should really go to them with what they dealt with this year. So we appreciate the folks at Camden Speedway, Jerry and Mitzi Russell.
Bear with me. My voice is still going through the 24 hours of Talladega last weekend. So our top 10 in our Crate Racing USA Modified Sportsman, we'll start with our 10th place finisher from Lincoln, Alabama. 630 points, 17 races, 6 top 5s, 13 top 10s. Number 29, Brian Ferguson.
Well, anybody to thank is my team owner, Gary Thompson, all my boys, Parker, Brody, Dawson, BJ, PJ, especially my wife, and one person that is not here with us anymore is Terry Smith, and he's looking down on us, and I thank everybody for that.
Our ninth place winner from Hartselle, Alabama, the F1 of Alan Lacey, 634 points, 20 races, 8 top 5s, and 18 top 10s. So make some noise for Alan Lacey. He's our ninth place finisher in the Crate Racing USA Modified Sportsman.
Yeah, I just want to thank the 1070 Fire Equipment, Story Automotive. Jason Markowitz has helped us out a lot this year. And just got to thank my wife, my kids, my dad, mom, and all my family that's there every week. Thank y'all.
Our eighth place finisher comes from Tuscumbia, Alabama, 636 points, 32 races, 1 win, 7 top 5s, and 24 top 10s, the 36D of Kelly Davis.
Short here, but I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with all the hobbies I have here, and my brother for helping me, and he sponsors me the motor mainly, so without him I couldn't be doing this, so I appreciate it.
Our seventh place finisher comes from Moulton, Alabama, 660 points, 23 races, 3 wins, 15 top 5s, and 21 top 10s. The number 9, Austin Steele.
I just want to thank all my sponsors, Adam for giving us a good series, everybody that helps on the car. You know, if it wasn't for them, we couldn't do it. Thank y'all.
Our sixth place finisher comes from Vincent, Alabama, 663 points, 26 races, 2 wins, 12 top 5s, and 23 top 10s. Number 25, Jamie Gowers. Doesn't look like Jamie's with us. Our fifth place finisher from Linden, Tennessee, racked up 671 points, 16 races, 5 wins, 13 top 5s, and 14 top 10s. 98, Logan Hickerson, and I don't think Logan is with us either. So, round of applause for Logan. Might be watching at home. I do want to take the top 10 in late model sportsman. If you guys will make your way over here to staging, please. Top 10 in late model sportsman. Start making your way over here. Fourth place finisher from Town Creek, Alabama, 676 points, 29 races, 6 wins, 20 top 5s, and 23 top 10s. Number 31, Keith Cohn. Keith, our fourth place finisher in our modified division.
They said I wasn't prepared last year, so I got prepared this year. First off, I want to thank the good Lord for allowing me to do what I love to do and everything He's done for me and my family, and giving Him ability to do the sport that I love to do. Next thing, I would like to thank my amazing wife and my wonderful daughter, Sadie Grace, for always being there and supporting me and always being my number 1 fan. The next thing, I would like to thank Chris Hodge and his wonderful family for giving me the opportunity to do the sport that I love to do, and he always keeps me in great equipment, and most importantly, our great friendship that we have. Next thing, I would like to thank my amazing pit crew, David Huddleston, Braylon Fisher, Adam Kool-Aid Burney, Brandon Napier, for all their hard work on and off the racetrack. And also I'd like to congratulate all the other drivers for their success this year. It was a great season racing with you. It was also amazing the friendships that was made over the year. I'm looking forward to 2024 season racing against you. Now I'd like to go over my sponsors. Number 1, Chris Hodge, A&L Express Sales, SP&J Contractors, Bishop's Body Shop, Gaston Farms, CFR Performance, O'Reilly's, Comfort Inn, Gans Roofing, McElroy Motorsports, Bedford Rogers Bowling and Reynolds Attorney, Twisted Performance for a great engine, Holston Gases, State Farm Insurance, North Alabama Glass, Turn 2 Racing, SureFlow Plumbing, Shoals Truck Center, Classic Transport, and JR Sheet Metal. And also I would like to give special thanks to Adam Stewart and all his Crate Racing USA staff for such a great season and all the hard work and dedication they do.
Our third place finisher out of East Aboga, Alabama, 688 points, 17 races, 8 wins, 13 top 5s, and 16 top 10s, the 45 of Chris Yarborough.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank God for letting me be able to do this. I want to thank my boy. He pushes me to run every week. And thank my dad and my cousin Stephen. He does all my welding and stuff, and my crew, Craig and Justin and Natalie, and then my sponsors. The biggest one I got at Bama Shed. They back there in the back. Thank y'all so much, and thank y'all.
Our runner-up, second place finisher out of Fayetteville, Tennessee, racked up 689 points, 37 races, 7 wins, 27 top 5s, and 34 top 10s. It is the 17 of Gary Tucker. Gary Tucker, our runner-up.
I ain't too good at this talking, but we started out the year, you know, we was just hoping that we'd be fortunate enough to win one race, must say. So, the biggest thing is all them people sitting back here at the table, if not for them, we couldn't race because I couldn't do it by myself. And I'm just blessed to be here, and I hope everybody has a good time.
And, yeah, don't drop that, Ray. Our 2023 Crate Racing USA Modified Sportsman Champion out of Tuscumbia, Alabama, racked up 695 points, 34 races, 10 wins, 22 top 5s. Second time the 10C has took the championship. It is Chucky Gibson. Chucky, congratulations. I do have one question to ask you. Can your dad retire now? Oh, okay. Congratulations. He said yes. You're good.
Yeah, I'll let you retire from working, not racing, though. Yeah. We're just blessed. We went through a struggle with him this year. It was rough for a little while, but we pulled through it, Dad. Love you. I'd like to thank the good Lord for allowing me to do this, give me the ability and give me the crew that helps me, the sponsorship. None of it's available. I mean, you can't do it without them. I mean, like everybody else here, we got to have help. You can't do it by yourself, and I got a great crew behind me. I mean, we had a tough year running with all these guys that were up here a while ago. I mean, it's week in, week out. We got to battle with them, and it's been tough. We're fortunate enough to pull this off again, but without the good Lord, none of it possible. I'd like to thank my wife for allowing me to do it. I mean, we spend nights in the shop instead of being there with her watching Lifetime, I guess. Hallmark, I'm sorry. Battered Women Channel is what I call it. But my son, Eli, he couldn't be here with us again this year. He plays baseball, so he couldn't get away from that again. But Zach and Allie and Isaac, all y'all's support there. My dad, you know, you're the reason I do it, Dad. We started years ago in go-karts, and we ain't stopped yet. So, Service One Transport, they've been my longest sponsor I've had. Been with me since 17, I guess. Gibson Auto Cores. Jason Markowitz right here, he's my call man. When I need something, he's there for me. I appreciate you, Jason. RPI Suspension, McElroy Motorsports, Bruce Built Performance. At Bruce Built Cars, been through it. We took it easier on it this year. We didn't flip 2 different times like we did last year, but that car took a beating. And it's still a great one. Dowdy Welding Fabrications. I let Dowdy do my bumpers, chassis dollies. If y'all ain't got a set of chassis dollies, y'all need to get you a set of those. It ain't for a big shop. Yeah, I got a little bitty garage, and mine's on it every week. It just makes it so much easier working on them. Race Tech Engines, Extreme Concepts, TD Truck Wash, and Bodies by Eli. He likes me to say air is speed, but that's his slogan. But he does a great job on those because of Markowitz. You set me up last year. Eli come home after we flipped on Friday night. The car goes to Jason on Thursday, gets it done with it on Friday, and we go to races. Eli gets races. He says, "Dad, I need to be on the percentage." So I had to start paying him a percentage. I did win that night, so it cost me $260 because of you. But no, that's joking around. I really appreciate Jason, what he does for me, and all my crew. I appreciate Adam and the series. We ran it since 17, I guess, 18, something like that. And 602 racing, but then we got in mods when they opened that class up, and it's a fun class, but it's getting tough. I mean, Yarborough, I see you smiling. It's tough and very competitive, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
We'll turn our attention now to the Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman Awards. Our 10th place finisher out of Hartsville, Alabama, racked up 595 points, 14 races, 5 top 5s, and 14 top 10s. The 327 of Seth Lacey.
Just want to thank all my family over there. I definitely wouldn't do it without them, especially my wife. She puts up with a lot. And my crew chief over there, he helps out a lot. And Mingo, his knowledge, he does real good with it. Thank y'all.
Our 9th place finisher out of Warrior, Alabama, 599 points, 19 races, 3 top 5s, and 9 top 10s. The number 16, Heather Lowe.
I just want to thank all my sponsors and thank my mom and dad for putting up with all the racing that I do, and for my papa that couldn't be here, and for Mario for always helping anytime. Thank you.
Our 8th place finisher out of Talladega, Alabama, 615 points, 19 races, 5 top 5s, and 14 top 10s. The T9 of Brody Thompson. All these applause, that's when you got to tell everybody your TikTok and all that kind of stuff. So
I'll pass on that one. I was going to say thank you to my mom, dad, Dawson Delaney, Brian Ferguson, my brother. He's always helped me a lot. And my very great friend, Terry Smith. He's helped us a lot. Wait, he passed away the other day. I was going to say thank you to all y'all.
Our 7th place finisher out of Phil Campbell, Alabama, 624 points across 26 races, 1 win, 12 top 5s, and 22 top 10s. The 13 of Harold Pace.
I'd just like to thank all my sponsors. That'd be me. My son-in-law, Justin Baker, and my grandsons for helping me, my wife. Thank y'all.
Our 6th place finisher out of Anniston, Alabama, 627 points across 15 races, 1 win, 6 top 5s, and 11 top 10s. The 12 of Brandon Crosby. Brandon Crosby is not here. All right, so round of applause for Brandon. Our 5th place finisher, 627 points, 14 races with 1 win, 8 top 5s, and 13 top 10s. The 55 of Jace Blackston. Jace Blackston, our 5th place finisher. Street stocks. I need our top 10 in street stocks over to staging, please.
First, I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with me for all this, and Keith and Amanda Steele for giving me a nice track at Moulton to tear my cars up every week, and Mingo to make them pretty again. So, thank y'all.
If I yell that staging over here really loud, it's because that's what I'm used to doing whenever we're at a racetrack, so don't look over that. Our 4th place finisher, I don't think, is here, out of Weir, Mississippi. 675 points, 17 races, racked up 7 wins and 14 top 5s and 15 top 10s. It is the 20 of Bailey Callahan. So make a round of applause for Bailey Callahan, our 4th place finisher. Our podium, out of East Teboga, Alabama, 678 points, 16 races, racked up 5 wins, 13 top 5s, and 15 top 10s. The 47 of Derek Stewart. Derek Stewart in the 47.
First of all, I'd like to thank my dad, my uncle, and all the people. I don't think I could have finished in the top 3 without them. So I couldn't do it by myself. Thank you.
Our runner-up, I do not believe is here either, out of Margaret, Alabama, 692 points, 18 races, 7 top 10s, 15 top 5s, and 16 top 10s. It's the 81 of Adam Cummings, our runner-up this year. And our 2023 Crate Racing USA Late Model Sportsman Champion out of Tuscumbia, Alabama, 694 points, 2 points the difference between first and second, 22 races, racked up 13 wins, 21 top 5s, and 22 top 10s, the 14 of Cruz Wallace.
Thank y'all. We couldn't be here without Adam giving us a great series to race with. Him and all his people that do it, thank y'all. I'd like to thank my brother. He does a lot for me. When I ain't there working on the car, he is. Tony Gargis Jr., he's a car owner. If I need something, he gets it. No questions asked. My mom, dad, thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to do this. Britton, she loves it more than I do, I think. She'll be mad at me, but she'll be all right. Sponsors, Smitty's Record Service, Lawson's Construction, Creighton's Masonry, Rollins Diesel, Shows Pharmacy, Coldwater Healthcare, Hangers Hardwood Flooring, Shows Land Development, Seals Lawn Care, Gabe's Tire, VP Fuels, Eric with Race Tech for a good power plant. Thank all y'all, and we'll try again next year.
All right, the top 10 for the baddest street stocks in the planet. I think that is a well-deserved title for these group of drivers that put it on the line week in and week out. And I know everybody talks late models, but over the past couple of years, these street stocks have really started to gain momentum, and hats off to the drivers that wheel these bad toys, that is for sure. Our top 10, our 10th place finisher out of Petal, Mississippi, 620 points, 28 races, 11 top 5s, and 24 top 10s, the 11C of Courtney Passman.
Well, I just want to say thank you to my family and Ricky Adam for always being there, Robert Cassida, Danny Mitchell, always being there to answer questions. Thank you.
Our 9th place finisher out of Angie, Louisiana, 624 points along with 18 races, 7 top 5s, and 18 top 10s. The 48 of Doug Taylor. I don't think Doug's here, so give him a round of applause. Our 8th place points driver out of Atwood, Tennessee, 627 points with 16 races, 5 wins, 12 top 5s, and 12 top 10s. The one of TJ Herndon. I don't see TJ either, so let's give him a round of applause. Our 7th place finisher out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, 638 points, 14 races, gathered 1 win, 10 top 5s, 14 top 10s, the 31 of Alan McLemore. Alan McLemore. All right, so Alan's not with us. We'll shift to our top 6. Out of Petal, Mississippi, 642 points over 19 races, 10 top 5s, and 19 top 10s, the 58 of Hunter Pullman.
I want to thank my mama and papa for always being there. I want to thank Ricky Adam for everything he's done. And I forgot what I was going to say.
Ray, I think I said that same thing last weekend. 5th place finisher, I don't think 5th place is here either. Out of Carrier, Mississippi, 647 points, 19 races, 1 win, 11 top 5s, 15 top 10s. The C24 of Calvin Martin. I don't believe Calvin is with us, so a round of applause for Calvin. Top 10 in the Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Models, the 604s. If you guys will make your way to staging, please. Our 4th place finisher out of Auburn, Kentucky, 647 points over 20 races, racked up 3 wins, 15 top 5s, and 17 top 10s. It'll be the 8 of Bobby Gregory. Bobby Gregory in the 8.
If I don't look at my phone, I won't be able to tell y'all none of this stuff. I got to thank the good Lord for my health and for giving me the knowledge to be able to do what we do. I got to thank my wife for putting up with me. We stay in these shops 5, 6, 7 days a week. I got to thank Trent Brooks for allowing me to drive the car that we built. We built that thing from scratch. We shouldn't be able to compete with these guys that we compete with every week, but we done it. Feel blessed about it. I also feel good about it. I feel blessed to be able to race against the guys and the girls that we run against every week. I've got to thank some of these sponsors with Green River Equipment Leasing, Sam Murphy Race Engines, Bowling Green RGA of America, H&H Sheet Metal, BSB Manufacturing, Willie's Carbon Dyno, C&L Collision Center, Affordable Lawn Care, Pressure Washing, Keith's Drywall, Diaz Rancheros, Mexican Restaurant, K&M Rentals, and Country Kitchen. Thank y'all.
Our 3rd place finisher out of French Camp, Mississippi, 654 points, 24 races, 4 wins with 14 top 5s and 19 top 10s, the G4 of Shelby Sheedy.
I'd just like to first of all thank the good Lord above for another great year of racing, and been blessed with great opportunities and
great people to help keep the racing going and be competitive every week. And for that, I got to thank my wife for pushing me. She loves the stuff just as much as I do, and my entire family and all the crew. And I got to thank my car owner, Randy Cummins, for all he does, and believing in us and giving us the best equipment you can get to be able to run up front. And let's thank our sponsors, J. Dickens Racing Engines, Cummins Logging, Jerry Orr Trucking, Henderson Auto Parts, S&S Performance, and looking forward to another great year. Thank y'all.
Our runner-up for 2023 out of Hanson, Kentucky, 656 points over 60 races, 1 win, 20 races, sorry. 1 win, 13 top 5s, and 17 top 10s. The 18 of Luke Rudder. Luke Rudder, our second-place finisher in our street stock division.
First off, I want to say, like everyone else, if it wasn't for the big man upstairs, we wouldn't be able to do what we love. I want to thank every one of you, the Crate Racing USA staff, for putting this on and allowing us to do this. Everybody sitting right here at this table. Before I even get started, because I'll probably tear up here, it's been an emotional year for us. The stress and the emotions, and I'm honestly surprised we're standing up here with a second place finish with everything we had thrown at us this year. I got to thank my mom, Bob, my wife, my kids, Austin. If it wasn't for the ones that are sitting right there at that table, we definitely wouldn't be where we are right now. My dad, my sponsors, Rat Chassis, Mark Bush Racing, Oliver Racing Engines, Norm Vincent Trucking, Bo Jones Trucking, Family Affair Motorsports, Kramer Concrete and Excavating, Hunter's Alignment, Thurman Automotive, 4B Farms, Schaefer Racing Oils, Renegade Race Fuels, HPG Graphics, Elite Liquid Finishes. If it wasn't for all of those folks right there, none of this would be possible. But I want to say congratulations to everyone else. Ricky, I know he's dealt with a lot. Congratulations on pulling through and getting what you got done. I'm looking forward to next year. Thank you all.
And our champion for our Crate Racing USA Street Stock Division at Hattiesburg, Mississippi, 697 points over 18 races, 13 of those being wins, 17 top 5s and 18 top 10s. The KC21 of Ricky Odom. Congratulations.
Been a tough year. We got to thank Cash Wilson, car owner, Jay Neal at BSB Shops, Performance Bodies, them guys has helped me. Dave Hammond Motorsports, he's been good to us. Danny Mitchell Race Engines. Ronnie Rogers at Wall to Wall, he's helped me straighten my carburetors out, so I appreciate it. This was just a freak deal the way it happened. Thank you.
Ray, I'll help you since you helped me last weekend. Our Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Model Awards. We'll start with our 10th place finisher out of Kilmichael, Mississippi, with 628 points over 17 races, 7 wins, 12 top 5s, and 14 top 10s. The 84 of Randall Beckwith. I don't think Randall's with us, so let's give him a round of applause. Our 9th place finisher out of Brandon, Mississippi, racked up 640 points over 19 races with 1 win, 9 top 5s, and 16 top 10s. The 10 of Jason Henry. Jason's not with us tonight, so let's give him a round of applause as well. And these folks might be watching from home, so we want to make sure that we congratulate them even if they're not here. Our 8th place finisher out of Talladega, Alabama, gathered 643 points over 14 races, 2 wins, 11 top 5s, and 12 top 10s, the 17 of Adam Galden.
Man, we had a pretty good year. We wanted it to be a lot better. We made some changes over the winter, and looking forward for the 2024 season to start up. Just got to thank God for blessing me with the opportunity to be able to do what I love to do. My wife, my kids, served pro at Talladega Clay in Randolph counties, Superior Spray Foam, Modern Images, Advanced Laser Machine, Eagle Race Engines, just everybody that puts an effort into our team. It takes an army to do this deal, and we appreciate all of you.
Adam and his wife didn't know it, but they're sitting at the same table and get to babysit my daughter part of the night too, so I appreciate that. Our 7th place finisher out of Killian, Mississippi, 645 points, 16 races, 3 wins with 8 top 5s and 13 top 10s, the 7X of Jeffrey Cooper. Jeffrey's not with us, so round of applause for our 7th place finisher. Our 6th place finisher out of Seminary, Mississippi, racked up 667 points, 20 races, 2 wins, 15 top 5s, and 18 top 10s, the 28 of David Williamson, our 6th place finisher.
I just got to thank the good Lord for letting me be here. Thank my dad, Miss Evelyn, and I mainly got to thank my wife because she's more than just moral support. She's every week she's buffing tires, changing gears, changing shocks. She can do it all. She's a full-time dental student, and without her, I couldn't do it. So thank you.
Our 5th place finisher out of Central Alabama, 668 points, 16 races, picked up 7 wins, 11 top 5s, and 12 top 10s, the 05 of TJ Britton. And I don't believe TJ is with us tonight, so a round of applause for TJ. Top 5 in our VP Young Guns. I need you all headed to staging right now. Our 4th place finisher out of Gulfport, Mississippi, racked up 674 points, 22 races, 2 wins, 17 top 5s, and 22 top 10s, the 27 of Joey Pilgrim.
I want to thank Adam for giving us a series to run. I want to thank our track promoters, Donald and his wife, giving us a track to race at every week. Ronnie for building our engines at wall to wall. I want to thank Heather and Bill and Greg and Paula for all the help that they give us, and Jessica and Chase for keeping our stuff top notch. Good driver, but better friend. So thank y'all.
Our 3rd place finisher out of Poplarville, Mississippi, 683 points over 32 races, picked up 3 wins, 23 top 5s, and 28 top 10s, the 47D of Kai Davis.
I'd like to thank, first off, Ronnie, Wall to Wall Racing Engines, Helm Communications, Shorty Shocks, Billy Riles, and Parker Service Centers. Thank you.
Our runner-up out of Lumberton, Mississippi, 690 points over 26 races, 6 wins, 23 top 5s, and 24 top 10s, the 47 of Shannon Lee.
I'd just like to thank my car owner, Billy Riles, Wall to Wall Racing Engine, Shorty Shocks, and Helm Communications.
And our 2023 Crate Racing USA Weekly Series champion out of Perkinston, Mississippi. 698 points, 28 races, 13 wins, 24 top fives, and 26 top tens. The 27C of Chase Cooper.
Man, what a season. We started down at East Bay this year, and we just went down there hoping to make the show. And we come out of there with pretty good runs, and just kind of built on that. And the first week of the points started, we won, and I'm like, all right, we got a pretty good shot at this deal. Then we went on like a month and a half streak where couldn't run no better than fourth. And I know that sounds bad, but I was like, man, we ain't gonna be able to do this thing if we can't run no better than fourth, you know. So went back to the shop, kind of went over the car, and I don't know, we hit on something, and we went on a streak during the summer, and it's like we couldn't do anything wrong. So I got a ton of people to thank. First, Joey Pilgrim. I definitely couldn't do this without him. It's not even possible at all. My dad, my mom, my wife, Jessica. She sits at home. I'm over at the shop for, days and on end. Sometimes we see each other in the morning when we're getting ready, and that's about it. She's asleep when I come home. So thank you to her, my son Jace. We had a daughter in August, so that made it even harder, trying to go and race all these tracks and make sure we got our weekly points. So, but it all worked out, and I couldn't, I get up here or get to stand up here and kind of get all the glory, but it's everyone at that table over there. They deserve it. I'm the lucky one that gets to stand behind the steering wheel or sit behind the steering wheel. So thanks to Bill, Heather, Jeremy, Jeffrey, Jeff. Like I said, our primary sponsor is Joey's business, Pilgrim Trucking and Excavation, Premier Pools and Spas, Gulf Truck Parts, Wall-to-Wall Performance Engines. It's not just for the engines. It's just the weekly texts and encouragement I get from him. The same encouragement from Ricky Item each week. He kind of kept me straight all these weeks when I was getting nervous. So thank you, Ricky. My Uncle Bill, he works his butt off. I hope I didn't forget anybody. Jeremy Item, he kept us looking good all year. Cassidy Auto and Racin, Robert always got the parts we need. If not, he gets them in a hurry. That's a big deal. We didn't tear up a whole lot this year, but in the past, we were scratching and tugging, trying to get some parts in. We was pretty rough on equipment. Also, thanks to Donald and Kelly Parker, giving us a racetrack to race at each week. Thanks to Adam and everyone at Crate Racing USA. And thank y'all. We'll see y'all next year.
For our VP Racing Fuels Young Guns Challenge Top 5, our fifth place finisher out of Sewanee, Georgia, racked up 314 points, 7 races, 1 win, 3 top 5s, 6 top 10s at the ripe age of 17, the 5R of Lucas Ruark. Lucas is not with us tonight, so a round of applause for him. Our fourth place finisher out of Sewanee, Georgia, 331 points, 7 races, 3 top 5s, and 3 top 10s, 16 years old, the 05 of Carson Ruark. So a round of applause for Carson as well. Our third place finisher out of Denham Springs, Louisiana, 336 points over 8 races, 2 top 5s, 6 top 10s at the age of 18, the 42 of Cale Bueller. So a round of applause for Cale, our third place in our VP Young Guns Challenge.
I'd like to thank my dad. It's hard to put 2 race cars on the racetrack every week, and it's really hard to come support me playing college football, so I'd like to thank him. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Total Custom Carb and Do Guys Trading Post. Thank you.
Our runner-up out of Clay Hill, Florida, 459 points, 11 races, 2 wins, 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s at the age of 16, the 515 of Bubba Rolling.
I don't do this a lot, but, well, I guess I do, but it's kind of nerve-wracking. I had a great year. I had 10 wins this year. Not with Crate Racing USA. We didn't really get to run the whole tour that we wanted to. We plan on this year to run the whole tour series and contend every race. But anyways, I got a great crew, a great team behind me. I got a good backing. I can't thank the good Lord above enough. I mean, He's blessed me with so many things I can't even explain. I want to thank my mom and dad. I got a great car owner, Mr. Jeff Malloy. He's blessed me a lot, gives me a free ride, and I couldn't really be more thankful for him. My tire man, Robbie Williams, my crew chief, Cole Exum, Mr. Jason Fitzgerald, Ricky Rydell, Stanton Mills, just all them guys that helped me. Without any of them, this wouldn't be possible. All my sponsors, John Rowland Trucking, Malloy Graydon, Riverstone Construction, Southern Crane, Cuts Through Trucking, Mills Concrete, Fitz Factory Inc., H&R Racing Engines, Capital Race Cars, Penske Racing Shocks, Top Notch Custom, Tall Timber Taxidermists, Corbett Site Construction, Pipeline Construction, Birkin Chevrolet, Ferry Motorsports, and Dig and Design. They're all great, and I hope to see you all this year.
Now, Bubba, you said you don't do this often. Did you not just do this last night? I did. Okay. I just wanted to check. And our 2023 VP Racing Fuels champion, French Camp, Mississippi, 612 points over 18 races, 6 top 5s, 14 top 10s at the age of 19, the 11M of Riley Sheedy. Top 10 in Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series points. Make your way over here to staging, please.
I'd like to thank the good Lord up above for allowing me to do what I love every week, and I'd like to thank my buddy Jacob for doing everything on the car so I can sit in the chair and watch him every week, and my brother Shelby for all the help he gives me during the week, and I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Henderson Auto Parts, S&S Performance, Murphy Auto Repair, CGR Consulting, and my granddad for helping me out every week he can. Can't wait to see y'all in 2024.
While we got a few minutes, looks like our top 10 still forming up. Make some noise for the youth in racing right now. It was only a few years ago I was starting to get a little concerned about the youth, and this not only for the drivers, but over this past year, seeing grandparents, seeing parents bring their kids to these racetracks week in and week out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what is going to keep this sport going, getting these kids to the racetrack, letting them get in the pits, letting them see what this is all about. So a round of applause for all these youngsters. And I know we got a lot more young racers than we have in here, but they are very important to this sport. We are going to jump to our top 10 in our Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series points. These drivers over the season, 21 races all across the South, from north to south to east to west. If it was in the South, we crossed it off in 2023. And these drivers earned it. We've got a few here on the bottom half of the top 10 that are not here. Out of Thomason, Georgia, 784 points, made 10 features, picked up 2 huge wins in 2023, 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s, the 15K of little sexy Cody Overton, our 10th place finisher. Round of applause for Cody. Our 9th place finisher out of Macon, Georgia, 962 points, made 12 features, 2 top 5s, and 9 top 10s. the 18P of the Dirty Bird, Hunter Peacock, our 9th place finisher. Our 8th place finisher out of Maryville. I'm from here. I can say it how they say it. Maryville, Tennessee. 962 points. He made 12 features, 1 win, 3 top 5s, 6 top 10s. In the 01, Jason Welshin.
I guess I've changed since the last race. Jason couldn't be here tonight, and he asked me to say a few words for him. But before I do, I want to say a few words myself. And when Adam will tell you, when I say I got a few words to say, it can be a little bit longer. A lot of y'all don't know me, but 5 years ago, I got a telephone call from a guy who said, we need a trophy for a race. And I'm sure he don't remember what that was, but I do. It was the Street Stock Nationals. And I thought it was a one-time deal, so I put him in my telephone, and I couldn't even remember his name. To this day, he is in my telephone as Adam Neesmith. Because I could remember his name was Adam, and I could remember he was with Neesmith, but I could not remember. I was like, who? It was Adam something, so I just put him in as Adam Neesmith. But that was 5 years ago, and 5 years later, we're still together, and I want him to know how much I appreciate that relationship. I deal with them all, and you all should be really appreciative of what you have with Adam and his staff. It is the most professional series that I deal with, bar none. They are the top notch. Over those 5 years, there's a couple of people I want to thank, a few people I want to thank. Adam himself, Mike Vaughn, who I guess let Adam deal with me. I appreciate Mike. Mitchell Jenkins. We stayed on the phone a lot. Became a real good friend. Every name I say here, we have become friends, and that means more to me than anything else. Brian and Carolyn McLeod, they've been big help to me. Roby Helm, some of y'all probably know Roby. Roby was a big help to me. A lot of times, the one logistic problem I thought with dealing with Adam was I live in Maryville, Tennessee, and there's not a lot of races up here. How are we going to get this stuff to these places? And Roby, for the first 2 or 3 years, would always meet me, get trophies, always haul trophies. I really appreciate him. Another group of people I think we ought to give a round of applause to are the people who put this together. A lot of times when you go to the racetrack, you see what happens from Saturday at 2 o'clock to what happens to Saturday at 12 o'clock. But there's a whole lot more that goes into it throughout the week that you don't see. The track promoters here, they understand it, but a lot of people don't. And I want you all to know, I started dealing with Adam and his staff in November on this deal. I mean, we've worked on this deal it's not just something that come together. So I think y'all ought to give a great round of applause to everybody who's worked really hard on this, because the whole staff, it's not just a one-day thing to put that together. So I appreciate them and the hard work that they've done. And to get past that, here is words from Jason. And these are his words that he sent to me. I'll read them word for word. The term legacy can mean a lot of different things. To some, it's what you leave to the next generation. To others, it's what you leave when you walk away. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say I've left a pretty interesting legacy on most of you. First and foremost, none of this lifestyle or life would be possible without our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, nothing else matters. I also need to thank my biggest fans, my mom, my dad, my wife Leanne, and my daughter Emily. They have all been my biggest supporters, and they have all made this possible. The good news is that Emily is expecting the next generation of Savage, so we aren't going anywhere for a long time. Next, I want to turn my attention to the staff that makes this show possible. Adam Stewart, Ethan, Chance, Buddy, Richie, Edmund, Brandy, Brian, and Carolyn, you make it way too easy and sometimes too fun to participate in your events. You are all a class act, and while sometimes our thank yous come out as a four-letter word, we do appreciate you for all you do for our sport. Lastly, I do need to thank my marketing partners. It costs a lot to run up and down the road, and even more when you have a truck like mine. I would like to thank Competition Racing Equipment, Savage Chassis, JJ Trucking and Excavating, Huck's Motorsports, Allen's Pools, DGR, BBR, Matlock Decal Company, Millwood Plumbing, Hickman Manufacturing, Allen's Dumpsters, Factory Moore, Hoosier Dirt Tire South, Stealth Carburetors, Schoenfeld Headers, Weld Racing, Willwood Brakes, PPM, Winners Performance, Daytona Won by Coach, ETG, Fike Fab, Rock Hard Powder Coating, and Wells Motorsports for their support. They're quite literally keep the wheels turning on this deal. 50 years from now, these trophies and big checks will not mean anything. The trophies will be dust collectors, and the money will be long gone. But if you can remember some of the good times we've shared, laugh and smile, then I think I've left a pretty good legacy. Congratulations to everyone here tonight, and we look forward to seeing you again this year. Thank you.
Our seventh place finisher out of Phoenix City, Alabama, racked up 976 points, made 14 features, 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s. The 22 of Jimmy Thomas. Jimmy Thomas was our seventh place points finisher. Round of applause for Jimmy. Our sixth place finisher out of Jacksonville, Florida, 984 points. He made 13 features, 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. The number 2 of Trent Lloyd. Trent Lloyd in the 2. Round of applause for Trent. Our fifth place finisher out of Madison, Alabama, 994 points, 11 features made, 1 top 10. In the 88D, it's Dalton Dowdy. Crate Racing USA $100,000 challenge drivers over to staging, please.
First off, I want to thank God for putting me in the best position I can be in. Trying around the whole Southeast at different tracks and learn something new every time I hit the track. We always won some battles, but we always lost some battles. I want to thank Adam and the Crate Racing USA for giving me the opportunity to do what I love. I want to thank my family for everything they do, my mom, my dad, my grandpa for everything they do for me. I want to thank all my competitors who all helped me at the track. I've learned a lot, and I feel like I will become a better driver in my future. I want to thank all my sponsors who helped me get to the track where I am. Alabama Cabinet Incorporated, Simpson Race Products for keeping me safe, Regola Performance Systems, Joe's Racing Products, Renault Trim Consultant, FK Rod-Ins, Maga Lift, Masson Automotive, Renshaw Automotive, Bishop Fabrication, and thank you everybody that showed up tonight.
Our fourth place finisher out of Ocala, Florida, 1,378 points. He made 17 of the 21 features with 2 top 5s and 9 top 10s. The 388 of Jackson Heiss.
So Fitz told me that if I came to a banquet, I had to talk in the microphone. So thanks to him, I'm up here. At the beginning of the year, I really didn't know we were going to run the whole series. We didn't plan on it, but we ended up doing it in the end, and I'm very glad we did because I've improved so much over the years, or over this year, and our crew has also gotten a whole lot better. We've gotten better just setup-wise, team-wise. Getting better behind the wheel is all a combination to make us the best race team possible. So thank you also to the Crate Racing USA guys for putting on the series. I really appreciate it because it's helped me out all year long. And then I just want to thank everybody for helping me. First off, my dad. I really can't thank him enough because he's the most important one on the list. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do anything that I do. So thanks, Dad. Also, my mom, she's over there. She's here. My Mimi and Poppy. Poppy comes to every single race. He's never missed a race. He always will go to the races, and so I got to thank him also. Jason Fitzgerald for being the crew chief, mentor that he is. He sets up the car, works on them all week long, and he just gets us kids ready to go to the racetrack every single weekend, so thank you, Fitz. Also, some people might think this is kind of funny, but Cody Overton, he tells me what to do when I'm nervous or don't really know what to do before the races. If I don't know what line to run in qualifying, he'll tell me something even if it might not be right. Mr. Ricky Rydell with H&R Racing Engines, Triple Crown Trailers, Rob for doing the tires with competition cuts, Integra Racing Shocks, and Black Diamond Chassis. Thank you.
Our third place finisher out of Rome, Georgia, the first of 3 that competed in the entire tour, all 21 races. 4 top 5s, 11 top 10s, the 66 of Jake Knowles.
First off, congratulations to Mark and 40 and Smoke and all the Whitener crew over there. Put a whooping on us this year. Congratulations to Mario and Jenny Lynn. I know how it is just being a small team. Accomplishing what y'all did. Good job. I want to thank Matt, Larry J, Barbara, Stacy, David, and Gene, all they do at the racetrack and stuff. I want to thank my mom and dad and Brooke for being there to help me during the week or weekends. Got to thank Gadsden Heating and Cooling, Coosa Heating and Cooling, Knowles Race Parts, Knowles Trucking, Earnhardt Technologies, KRC Power Steering, Hitman Manufacturing, VP Fuels, Hoosier Tire South, Adam with all the crew at the Crate Racing USA. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to Florida this year, but we'll see y'all at Chance's house in March. Thank y'all.
Our runner-up, also from Rome, Georgia, with 1,646 points, 21 features made, 2 top 5s, and 9 top 10s, Super Mario Gresham.
Man, we're stoked to be here. I got Jackson's check, too. Started out, we wasn't going to run this whole thing, and then we signed on, said we were going to, and almost quit a few times, but we kept going. Then wasn't going to do it again in 24, but here we are. We're signed on again. I want to thank my wife. She became a crew chief this year. She's learned a lot. Now she's a race car driver, if y'all didn't know. My kids, you know, we all live the same life, and everybody gets through it. And the people that sit at home and wait on you while we're all out working all night, every week, and everything it takes to do it. My father-in-law, Rodney, my mom, my dad, my buddies, Braun and Kyle, Lance has helped, you know, everything we do. And the friends we made this year, we met a lot of people. I mean, at the beginning of the year, Mark and his crew, they bailed us out. They were willing to bail us out again. Cody offered me a car. Got parts from Jake. Like, this group that travels together, I mean, it's us on the road, you know. Mingo over here, he knows he has to work now since he met me. But we're going to do it again. I thank everybody, Adam, the whole Crate Racing crew. Till next year. We'll see y'all soon.
And before we bring our champion up, I want to say something. When it comes to determination and when it comes to a champion, There's some things you see in some drivers that just let you know that somebody is a champion. This driver we're going to call to the stage had an incident at East Alabama Motor Speedway. I think everybody's seen that wreck off of Turn 4. The internet went wild. He's not going to finish the tour. He's got broke ribs. He's this, that, and the other. Turned around the very next race. What did he do? Went to victory lane at Magnolia. Our 2023 Crate Racing USA champion racked up 1,874 points, all 21 features, 6 wins, 15 top 5s, and 17 top 10s in those 21 races. Your 2023 champion, the Magic Man, Mark Whitener.
Jackson forgot his check up here. So, you know, it's when I started, I didn't want to run the tour. I just want to run money races, and it's easier for teams like mine to just go travel 2 or 3 hours up the road for some money and go home, work, and come back to the next race. But my crew and everybody wanted to run this tour, and I really wanted to run it for years, but I just needed some help. So we got some this year. So first off, it's I had a bad year. I lost my uncle. My dad, he had heart surgery. We had a tough year with my family, so I didn't think I was going to be able to get it done, but we made it happen. So Southeast Ship Repair, he stepped in and helped us get up and down the road. That was a big deal for us. We started off with Savage Chassis, and Jason's real good to us, and we just made a change halfway through the year or so, and Southeast Ship Repair was a big part of that. And Boswell Oil, Chad Tootin, he helps out with the fuel. So VP, Ricky Rydell, every time I won, I got my engine tore down, and he was right there to put it right back together. He made sure I had them. I had 2 tore down at the same time, and he made sure I had one to race. So can't thank that guy enough. No failures this year. So thank him, even though I'm really hard on him. So Ocala Restaurant Supply, he helps out a lot, and Whitener's Tractor Service, my brother. Got Cody Jett. He's the one that got me up and down the road. I'm a 2-hour guy, so I get behind that wheel and I can go about 2 hours and then I'm out. So he's 29 years old, so he can go, and I trust him. So he's luckily we had him, and plus, hell, he would pay out of his pocket to fill the truck up, and he would buy shocks, and he would just a huge help. Strange Oval, top notch. I tore up a lot of bodies, of course. He helped me keep them wraps on. Hoosier Tire South with Brian. Brian calls me, and he knows I need tires, so he'll call me and get my tire order. So thank him and Swift Springs. Frank, he helps out a lot. Ryan Don Plumbing, and Angry Elephant, DT Weld, and ETG, Profab, Multifire, FK Rod Ends, Kaiser, Fast Shafts, and Race Car Engineering. Like I say, this was a really, really grueling series to run. Bridget, she cooked for us every time we went to the races, so definitely couldn't do it without her. That's Belly right here. She got to quit feeding me so much, but yeah, thank her. She's a huge help. 40, he's in the shop. He works on the cars full time. That way we can go do what got to make money to do this. So he makes sure everything's good to go, and then me and Cody and all of us go to the shop and in the evenings and get it 100% ready to go and go racing. So Adam and them guys put on a really, really, I run with Lucas Oil and World of Outlaws, and they're right there with the way they run their series. The tech, and I've had my tire samples taken 1,000 times. So my motor tore down. Their tech is great. So you couldn't, when you go race their series, you're going to race with. Look at all the guys in East Bay get their tires thrown out. So they run a good series. So hats off to them guys and everybody that runs. Edmund, even though he's hard on you. Chance, you can yell at him and he can take it. So
Adam don't take it so good. I don't yell at him, but like I say, we got Brad. He's a kid. He goes to school every day. When he gets out of school, he comes to the shop and he works on the cars and tries to help clean everything. And it's a lot of work when you got one of them big trucks. It's a lot of cleaning and a lot of stuff that I don't want to do. So he's a young kid. Him and 40 both. They do a good job. So my whole family, my kids. Bubba, he races when he can, and Courtney comes when she can. She's trophy girl sometimes. So my dad, my mom, and my brother, he just proposed to his girlfriend today. So congratulations to them too. So I like to, just like I say, I guess I'll be back up here. I'm not going to say very much on this other deal, but I know I probably missed some people, but huge thanks to my wife and everybody. Thank you, guys.
Jackson left his check. You left your phone, so we're starting a collection up here. Lost and found? Okay. Let's start with our Crate Racing USA $100,000 Challenge Awards. Our fifth place finisher in this, the bonus series that goes along with the actual Dirt Late Model Series. Our fifth place finisher out of Ocala, Florida, 562 points, made 7 of the features with 2 top 10s. It is Jackson Heiss in the 388. I'm not going to tell him that, Ray.
Yo, try not to forget that again. I'm not going to give the whole speech again, but I did realize I missed one person that's very important. So about halfway through the year, we were looking for a crew guy to run up and down the road with us. And so Sean, we picked him up. He's been with us since then, and it's made a huge difference. He works every day in the shop, so I had to make sure I mentioned him. So thank you.
Our fourth place finisher, who is in here, out of Jacksonville, Florida, 620 points over 8 features, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s, the 2 of Trent Lloyd. Our third place finisher out of Rome, Georgia, 650 points, 9 features with 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s in those 9 features, the 66 of Rome, Georgia's Jake Knowles.
Yeah, I forgot a couple people. I want to thank Buster Goss Body Shop, Jonathan Martin, Custer and Laverne. If y'all need any champ mats engraved or anything engraved, give him a call. Martin Drager Service, and thank you, everybody.
Our runner-up out of Rome, Georgia, 688 points, 9 features made, 3 top 10s in those, the 21 of Mario Gresham.
Forgot a lot of people last time. We didn't thank any sponsors. Gresham Racing Parts, it's me. Traction Apparel Company, shirts my wife did. Back 40 Party Rentals. Acker's Wreckers, my father-in-law. One Source Paint and Body. Twisted Performance and Machine kept us running all year long. M&L Performance, the shocks. Lindsay's Plumbing came on this year. They're going to help us. That's it. Thank you.
And our Crate Racing USA $100,000 plus challenge champion, 774 points, 9 features, 7 of them top 10s, 5 top 5s, and 1 feature win. Number 5, Mark Whitener.
I'd like to congratulate Mario and Jake and Jackson and everybody that chased up and down the road with us. Like I said, like Mario said, if you needed anything, these guys was there for you. So it's hard when you're 9 hours from home and you ain't got a caliper or something. So these guys, they're really, really good for. I was proud of these guys for who they are and racing with them side by side with them. Congratulations, guys.
And And we got one award left. I didn't see it on here, but we got our Cruise with the Champion Rookie of the Year. This guy right here, seen him go to the back, come to the front, go to the back. I seen him race at East Alabama this year in a tin can. I think that's what was left. That was what was left of your car, right? But congratulations to our 2023 Cruise with the Champion Rookie of the Year, Mario Gresham.
Thank y'all again. Thank you for doing this.
Once again, on behalf of Adam Stewart and the entire team at Crate Racing USA, we can't say thank you enough for choosing this brand to race with for 12 months out of the year. Yeah, I say 12 because we start in January and it goes all the way through the year. Your hard-earned money that you work hard every day to make, all the time you spend away from family, the time you bring the family to the racetrack, it means something to this organization and it means something to Adam Stewart and his team. So we can't thank you enough. One round of applause for everybody in this room tonight. We want to say a big thank you. If you want to stick around a few minutes, you can. Mingle, shake hands, make plans, find sponsors for 2024. All champions, make sure you get your checks and go over there and take a photo. And all sponsors that we mentioned earlier, you've got plaques. We need you to grab your plaques and go over here and take pictures as well. So champions and sponsors, we got your plaques. Thank you all so very much for coming. Be safe heading home tonight.